Hello everyone, my name is Salim and welcome to the Markets Breakdown Analysis for Wednesday, the 18th of October 2023. We'll be breaking down chart on the exact zones who are price who close above potential buys or close below for potential sells as well. So looking at the daily candle for Tuesdays, the daily has been bullish overall but respected the daily resistance from previously around 1935 and respected the Monday daily low as well. So now a quick recap on a weekly. We've mentioned how on yesterday's analysis how the last weekly candle closed extremely bullish with no top wick to the upside, and how we are anticipating for the continuation into the upside because despite the daily candle for Monday closing bearish, this doesn't mean a confirmation for price to retrace and correct this whole move, because the weekly candle hasn't formed any sort of like a rejection or anything, so there could be a continuation to the upside. So now we could safely say once the weekly candle breaks its own high and break this weekly high, there is a higher probability for price to continue bullish to retest one of these weekly resistances. So now to break down the chart and looking at the daily candle for Tuesday will be closing bullish, forming daily support around 19,300. Dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, and what we can see here is we have the most recent 4-hour support formed around 19,16,800. The most recent 4-hour resistance formed around 19,26,800. Dropping down to the hourly time frame, and now we have a new level of support on the hourly around 19,18,800. We can adjust the level of resistance around 19,28,100. Dropping down to the 5-minute time frame, we have the same level of support and resistance, and we have a same level of support on the 15-minute time frame, but we have this fake out on the 15-minute time frame, on the 15-minute time frame, where price broke below this high and obviously retraced and started to consolidate within this range. So now to identify the no trade zone, and I'd say potential buys could be for price to break and close above 1928, and potential sells could be below 19,18,800, and this is going to be the no trade zone. And now to look for potential buys and going back to the daily. So the first thing we did identify here, actually let's have a look on a monthly. So the monthly is bullish, rejecting the downside. Also, the monthly is trading just within this previous monthly support formed in July 2023. Dropping down to the weekly time frame, we have a weekly resistance formed around 1940. Dropping down to the daily time frame, we have this daily resistance around 1934. Dropping down to the 4-hour time frame and looking on the left, and what do we see? So we do have this previous 4-hour resistance. We have clean traffic all the way up to 1942. Dropping down to the hourly time frame, and we have an hourly resistance around 1934-100. I'd say the first target for buys could potentially be 1934, targeting this daily resistance formed on the 19th of September 2023. The second target for buys, now we did identify on yesterday's analysis this 4-hour resistance formed around 1942, actually 1941-700, and I believe that's also one of the resistances on the high time frame based on weekly. So this is a weekly resistance around 1940-400. So I'd say the second target for buys could potentially be 1940-400. And now to look for potential sells and going back to the daily. The first thing we can see here is a daily support to be formed around 1919-800. Dropping down to the 4-hour time frame, we have a 4-hour support formed around 1916, and this is a really small range. Dropping down to the hourly to adjust this level, we have an hourly support formed around 1914-200. Dropping down to the 30-minute time frame, we have a 30-minute support around 1912-400. But this is actually ideal is to keep it to this level. Looking at the 15-minute time frame, we have a 15-minute and a 30-minute fake out to the downside within this level. So I'd say the first target for sells could potentially be 1914-200, targeting this decent 1-hour support. The second target for sells, now what we're going to do is we're going to put a line to where this daily low was formed on Monday. Drop it down to the 4-hour time frame, we have a 4-hour support around 1911-100. Drop it down to the hourly, and now we have a decent 1-hour support around 1909-500. Drop it down to the 5-minute time frame. That's the same level of support as well, and more likely will be the same on the 15-minute time frame. So I'd say the second target for sales could potentially be 19.09.500, targeting this hourly support.
Dominion Markets, your trading sanctuary.